Okay guys, so welcome to week 1 of the Madden fantasy draft that we're doing. We'll simulate through, see how people get on, and have a look at a few stats. 5 of the matches on week 1 are between people. So we've got James's Falcons against Chris's Eagles, got Steve's Lions against Ronan's Chargers, Matty's Panthers against Craig's Jags, Phil's Titans against Jake's Bucks, and my Vikings against Nigel's 49ers. So let's simulate this first week and see how people get on. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the games that aren't between players at the moment. So we got Nick's Chiefs went up against the Texans. Chiefs came out on top, 38-20. Easy win for Nick there. And the other match that went down that wasn't between players was Rob's Giants against the Cowboys, which unfortunately there's a loss there for Rob as the Cowboys got him 31-24. So let's move on to the games that really matter. Okay, so first up we've got Matty's Panthers against Craig's Jaguars, and it looks like the Jags have snagged this one 30-24. Look like the Panthers tried to make a fourth quarter comeback, but unsuccessful. So have a quick look at player stats. And as you can see there, Matty's Panthers, Kaepernick, touchdown, 1 interception. Jags winning the game even with AJ McCarron, not throwing a single touchdown, an interception there. Must maybe have been a running game. And as you can see there, Joyke Bell, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Rashard Jennings only managed 34 yards on 11 carries. 2 touchdowns though. There's your difference maker there. Fred Jackson, even though he only got 18 yards, must have pounded in a couple of touchdowns. Receiving, Greg Olsen, Doug Baldwin, Carolina seem to be the go-to guys. Kendall Wright absolutely racking up AJ McCarron's yardage there, 161. Defense must have been the difference maker. How many sacks were there? Only a couple. 1 for each team. Interceptions. 1 for each team. And next up we've got Steve's Lions against Ronan's Chargers, and the Chargers in the fourth quarter there look like they got 2 field goals to win the game at 19-13. A quick look at some player stats here. Kirk Cousins for the Chargers, not a good game there, 135 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But yeah, it must have been the Chargers defense that did this. Blake Bowles with a 35.8 quarterback rating, 121 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Not a good day for Bortles. Russian, Matt Forte, 21 attempts, 109 yards, played well for the Lions there. Ryan Matthews, 25 attempts, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving, Kevin White, 4 for 76. Michael Floyd, 4 for 42. Then we see Ryan Matthews there, 3 catches for -4 yards. And we'll jump into the defensive stats. As you can see here, Malik Jackson knocking out 3 sacks. DeAndre Levy with 1.5, Charles Johnson with 1.5. The Lions were sacking all over the field. Interceptions, Darius Webb, Reggie Nelson, Brandon Spikes, all with picks. So next up we've got Chris's Eagles against James's Falcons, and boy did the Eagles just kill the Falcons here. 31-13, shut them out in the second half, did not let them score. By the looks of things, did not let them score a single touchdown for the last 3 quarters. Quick look at the player stats, and as you can see, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 131.1 quarterback rating, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Matt Barkley not doing anything, 136 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Dustin Vaughn came in by the looks of things, 70 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Carson Palmer must be injured. I will have a look at the injury reports once I go through all this. That must have been the downside for the Falcons. Andre Elton knocking out 23 attempts for 86. Jarrett McKinnon, 6 attempts, 24 yards. They both got touchdowns. Jonathan Stewart, 19 yards, 19 attempts for 70 yards and a touchdown there. Not enough for the Falcons. Receiving wise, it looks like Zach Ertz was the main receiver, one of the only receivers. Eric Decker there for the Falcons. Jarius Wright as well. The only touchdowns though came from Julian Edelman and Marlon Brown. Quick look defensively, see many sacks. 2 for Cameron Jordan, 1.5 for Dan Scooter. Lance Briggs, JCP, Davinu, Culliver, Camden, all that. Interceptions, just the 1 for Jeremy Miles. So next up we have my Vikings against Nigel's 49ers. And it looks like Nigel just tore it up in the second half. I was running away with it 24-3 at halftime. And it looks like I've lost it all in the 4th quarter. Wow. Player stats, let's have a look at this. Tom Brady, not playing badly at all. 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Marcus Mariota knocking out 280 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Russian, qualified, 27 attempts, 88 yards and a touchdown. For himself, and for Nice, Sean Green, knocking out 22 attempts, 55 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota there for the 49ers, also running 1 in himself. Receiving wise, Alshon Jeffrey lighting up the defense, 8 catches, 140 yards. Guy Barnes, Jerry Cotchery, sharing the majority of the passes for me. Jerry Cotchery grabbing up a touchdown. Looking at Chris Hogan and Michael Pruitt. Defensively, not many sacks on the day. Wow, Cliff Averill and Tico Alonso and Vinny Curry sharing sacks for the Vikings. Nothing for the Niners. Interceptions go to Delvin Breaux and Chris Harris Jr. No game on the board is Jake's Buccaneers against Phil's Titans. And we've got a win for the Buccaneers there. Looks like they won it in the 4th quarter, 21-13. Shut out the Titans 3 whole quarters. Didn't let them score it until the 4th. A lot of offensive yards. Wow, 495 yards game, 252. Have a look at the player stats. So Aaron Rodgers absolutely knocked it out. 199 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Unfortunately, it looks like he might be injured. As you can see here, Matt Moore was in this game, 138 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 catches thrown. Eli Madden only able to knock out 166 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. Rushing wise, Theo Riddick, 18 attempts, 77 yards. TJ Yeldon with 13 attempts, 48 yards and a touchdown. And we also got here Donald Brown. Yeah, he's got a touchdown. Not the biggest, but he lost it. Receiving wise, Devontae Parker not that 10 catch, 133 yards, and the only receiving touchdown of the game as well. Oh no, Garrett Hagan is the one in there. Let's have a look defensively, see what we've got. Sack, just the 1 sack. There's Cowboy. There's there's 3 interceptions from that one, that's right. Xavier Rhodes managed to get 2 of them, Josh Norman the other. So we'll have a quick look at the injury reports for players' teams. So we've got Jake's Buccaneers here. He's got Zach Brown out for 4 weeks with full groin, and DeAndre Snelter out for a week. And the big one there being Zach Brown, good middle linebacker there. Next up we've got Roman Charger. He's got Marcus Colston out for 4 weeks with dislocated ankles. That is a big one. And then we've got Nick's Chiefs. He has got Mike Williams out for 5 weeks with a broken hand. And no receivers are going to catch with a broken hand. We've got Chris's Eagles. He's got Danny Woodhead out for just 1 week with an upper arm fracture. glad to get him back. He was a good running back. And Brad Jones out for 3 weeks with a hamstring tear. That's a pretty bad loss as well there, but only 3 weeks there. Next up we have James's Falcons, and no wonder this guy lost. Wow, that is a lot of injuries. We've got Carson Palmer out for 3 weeks with a torn bicep. This is a big one here, out for 27 weeks. Kevin Zietler with a broken tibia. Now, those are two solid players that he's lost there. And he's got Perry Riley Jr. out for 1 week with a shoulder tear. Matt Barkley, the second string quarterback, he's out for 12 weeks with foot stress fracture. Corbin Bryant out for a week with broken ribs. Justin Tuggle out for 5 weeks with a forearm fracture. Reed Fraggle out for 4 weeks with a torn bicep. And Matt Paradis out for 7 weeks with a torn tricep. Now that's 3 members of the offensive line, 3 members of the front 7, and you're starting, and second string quarterback both out. He's not going to get Carson Palmer back for 3 more weeks. Ouch. Nigel's 49ers, who has got Lamar Miller, it's a big loss, only out for 1 more week with a quad tear. Now we've got Rob's Giants, he's got 2 players out here. He's got Barry Cofield Jr. out for 4 weeks with a broken collarbone, and Will Allen, that's a big one there, out for 8 weeks with a fractured elbow. We have Craig's Jags, not a big loss there. Brian Stork out for 2 weeks with dislocated ankle. Next up we've got Steve's Lions and Kelsey Osamele. Oh, he's Nelly. Out for 1 week with a broken thumb. And Zane Beatles out for 3 weeks with a dislocated knee. Now that's 2 left guards there, so that does kind of suck. But you've got Osamele coming back in a week's time. Got Matty's Panthers there. He's got Ontario Poe out for 5 weeks with a dislocated ankle, and BJ Raji out for a week with a dislocated elbow, and Wes Fulton out for 1 week with a broken thumb. 3 members of the defensive line out there. And we've got Phil's Titans. Oh, Danny Amendola out for 2 weeks with a broken thumb. No wonder this guy gets injured all the time. Giovanni Bernard out for 3 weeks with a hamstring tear. That's a big loss there. And Travis Benjamin out for 5 weeks with a torn bicep. That's 3 big playmakers on offense all out there for Phil. And we'll go last up, my team, Vikings. I have got Cordy Glenn out for 4 weeks with a broken toe. Left tackle, one of the better left tackles out there. It's a big loss for me because I need him to protect Tom Brady. So that is week 1 wrapped up. Just a quick run through of what it is. Now we've got Jake, Ronan, Nick, Chris, Nige, and Craig, all at 1-0, with Rob, James, Steve, Matt, Phil, and myself all at 0-1. So we'll pick this up in a couple of days and see if anyone else keeps rolling along with the wins, and hopefully the rest of us can pick up some wins as well. Peace out.